Oh, Boruto, Boruto, Boruto. Before this prison arc started and this whole explanation of this little diamond on Boruto's hand, everything was utter trash. Before this prison break, we were given like how many fillers on fillers on fillers? We got a filler about Naruto, and what's his face, Sasuke going in the past, fighting one of the Okiyatsu members. And honestly, I thought it was gonna be amazing. I thought, yes, we're gonna go back in the past. We're gonna see all the old characters such as Neji, Hinata, and Neji, because he's like the only important character who I actually love, and Kishimoto killed him. Damn you, Kishimoto. And you couldn't go wrong with it. But the animation was trash. The fight scenes were trash. You have Sasuke trying to body slam someone without using ninjutsu, which made no sense. And they downplayed Jiraiya to the maximum. Bro, ridiculous. And to tip it all off, they made Jiraiya go down to a little poke in his shoulder and just nulled him and just put him on the sidelines. Same with Sasuke, just null him and put him on the sidelines too. And just make Naruto and Boruto take the shine with a dual Rasengan, which barely did anything, and we'll never see anything like that in the series again, so it's completely irrelevant. So yeah, all filler. But that aside, after those episodes, it did not get better. Not at all. We got more fillers about some random samurai from the samurai village, and there was a point where I thought Naruto was going to do something with the samurais when they first introduced, what's his name, Hirozen, or that guy back in the past, but he did absolutely nothing. I think this samurai that I'm talking about back in Naruto Shippuden, he came back for the war arc, and he fought Hanzo, one of the legendary Sanins, and they downplayed him to the maximum. They downplayed everyone in that war arc. But I'm not going to get into that because I'll get salty. Super salty. And Hyushi doesn't want to be salty right now. But after that, we were given another filler about the team of Boruto, probably like Team 13, who does not even matter to the show. I don't think they've done anything other than try to help capture Kakashi during the tuning exams. But other than that, they don't do nothing. One girl could scream, one girl could turn into a cat, and the next girl is just like, you know, she's just like the boss of the group. But trash. And then we're given another episode of Inojin trying to learn his mind transfer jutsu. Trash. And then we're given more episodes. Trash. Just everything. Trash. So after that, my hopes of Boruto was kind of coming to an all-time low. I thought the show was just bad, and I didn't know what to think until they brought us to our new arc, the prison arc. And my immediate first thought when I seen this, trash. Orange is the New Black, trash. Prison Break, Michael Scofield, trash. Bro, you guys could not think of any filler ideas, so you put Naruto goes to jail and must break out someone out of jail. How generic can you get? You know how much movies I've seen of prison breaks and just people trying to escape jail in general? Bro, Avatar, the Blue Bandit trying to break out Aang. Prison Break, oh my gosh, trash. Hunger Games, what else is there? And 1,000 other shows that have characters breaking out of prisons. So going into this, my attention span was at an all-time nothing. Literally, I gave 2 turds about anything, and I just tuned out and just twiddled my thumb like Hinata, played on my Switch, and just waited for these episodes to blow off because they look like trash. So pretty much the whole point of this prison break arc is for Boruto squad to infiltrate and pretend to be, I guess, convicts from Hizuki Castle, and to protect and break out this former member of this brutal gang of robbers known as the Mujina gang, I believe, and to protect him and break him out safely, pretty much. And the whole concept here, like as a whole, is just basic and trash, but it was kind of enough to pique my interest to like just watch it from episode to episode. The build up to all of this was trash. We had a fat warden who just gets pissed off and has anger management, of course, generic. And he's pretty much trying to like figure out like what's going on and who's trying to break out, and try to figure out like all the little stuff Boruto and the whole squad is doing on the sideline. And obviously this is not really much to go off of or like to keep me entertained, but it was something. But going on, we got to see how Boruto and the squad will work out their escape plan, which was kind of interesting. Like at that point I got kind of invested, and then we see that the warden kind of knows ninjutsu, so I was kind of like excited to see like what he's capable of. But in the end, he's just like some big dude with glasses who looks intimidating, who's actually really trash. I like that word. And it wasn't too much, but it was whatever. Anywho, the prison break finally started. We got major key players in this, such as the native looking guy. We had that bald guy, not bald guy, he was kind of bald with yellow mohawk or frohawk on his head, and he was known as the snitch of the group. But in this situation, he actually did not snitch on Boruto or anyone else. He actually kept his mouth shut and just made the prison break continue like a G. I rate him. The warden actually beat his behind really badly, and the man did not snitch. He's not a Tekashi 6ix9ine out here. Free up Tekashi 6ix9ine. Well, he's already free, so don't get in trouble by all these people out here at Tekashi 6ix9ine. Good luck to him. That guy is yeah. But yeah, so the prison break is going like really smoothly. They run into little altercations. The warden brings out his super strong dog named Benga or whatever to stop Boruto and the squad. But obviously Boruto is going to escape, because from what I've been seeing of Boruto, it's all like friendship, dandelions, and just rainbows. No one dies. They're going to escape, and this is just filler in my eyes. So I didn't really think anything much of this because it is trash. Until they introduce the guy in the cellar. Yo fam, the guy in the cellar, bro, is a G. Bro, I got so amped. It was like a breath of fresh air seeing someone locked in a cellar just doing absolutely nothing, because you know this guy is badass when he's in the cellar and segregated from everyone in the very basement, the furthest crevices of the earth, where the rats and the moles and the bed bugs are just there. He's just there chilling, and when you see him, he's just there grinning like a G. And he negotiates himself into a spot where even the warden, this warden who everyone's afraid of, has to somehow rely and put all of his trust into this guy in a cellar who looks so sketchy and would absolutely not betray nobody. Somehow, this little mole rat negotiated himself out just so he can help the warden find Boruto and everyone else. Beautiful. Cherry on the top. And of course, as soon as the warden decides and releases this little mole rat from the deepest crevices of the earth just to stop Boruto from escaping the prison, the nigga kills him. This guy immediately kills the warden and leaves him on the floor. and then just looks at him, gawking at his dead, lifeless body, laughing, wondering why would you trust a mole rat in the deepest crevices, in the corner, the very, very corner of the prison. Why would you believe him? Anywho, this was the highlight of everything. I was amped. I was excited. Finally, some action. Now I could see what this guy could do. Bro, you don't understand how much I was hoping this guy will crush Boruto and the squad. Oh my gosh. And guess what? My answers were somewhat answered. So, this guy named Tsukio I believe, attacks Boruto and the squad, and he uses some new kind of jutsu. It was kind of interesting. Basically, he just summons the other person's shadow, Shikamaru style, and creates a shadow cloud out of it, which actually drains the person who is possessed chakra and fights them pretty much. It was an interesting fight. It wasn't anything like too crazy, but in the end, Boruto was able to work out a plan to defeat the shadow, obviously using light, and to stop Tsukio and to rescue Kokiri all at once. But as everything is going down, Tsukio ends up pushing Kokiri into the water. And guess what? This nigga Tsukio eats this guy's Kokiri's brains. This nigga actually pushed him into the water and ate his brains. But it was all cut out and it wasn't shown to us for like a whole minute. Literally, we waited about 2 or 3 episodes to even find this out. And the delivery was actually quite on point. And that was pretty much the conclusion of this prison break arc. In the end, they actually failed because even though they were able to break out Kokiri, it wasn't actually Kokiri because this nigga ate his brains and transformed into him. So his ability is to eat someone's brains and to transform into them. What? Bro, this is as Orochimaru as Boruto could get. I'm excited. I'm amped, bro. I'm so happy. And so going forward, we are introduced to a whole new plot point. And basically we're introduced to this character named Tento, who's pretty much the new Konohamaru of the show. And he's some super rich kid who's the son of the feudal lord of the Land of Fire. This Tento character has a huge obsession with ninja cards. He loves them. He wants to be a ninja. He wants to meet ninjas, and he wants to hear what ninjas are all about. And upon his arrival into the Hidden Leaf Village, he was assigned a bodyguard to look after him. And that bodyguard was Boruto. Boruto wasn't happy about this, and all of Boruto's friends actually hated him. Literally, Iwabi was about to knock a crater in this boy's Tento's face for being such an obnoxious little prick little boy. Boruto too. Boruto wanted to knock him out too. Everyone wanted to knock him out. Everyone wants to knock out that rich, obnoxious kid. Why not? Money will probably fly out of his nose and it'll look pretty cool. So, yeah, Boruto was assigned his bodyguard and he was not happy about it. But luckily, they kind of were able to form a little bond due to their obsessions with ninjas. But Boruto was all about that hard work of being a ninja, while Tento was obviously just a little fanboy who collects cards. He's about that, pretty much the positive outlook of being a ninja and just become the ninja without actually, I guess, being a ninja. He was just fascinated. He was a groupie or a fanboy, as some would say. And so what Boruto ended up telling him is, yo, if you want to be a ninja fam, you need to put down those cards and start throwing shurikens. And that's what my boy Tento did. He threw shurikens until his hands melted, until boogers started coming out of his nose. His hair turned bald, and he became Saitama. Not really, but he actually did put in a lot of work, and you got to see some character development from that rude, obnoxious boy who just flaunted his money and pretty much got whatever card or anything he wanted by basically the swipe of a card, which was a card given to him by his rich-ass father. He's a lucky-ass kid. And Boruto's whole point of this was pretty much to make him see how hard it is to be a ninja and how much work you have to put in, and just to show him not everything comes on a silver spoon. You gotta work for it. You gotta work for everything. So during this little training arc between these two people, Konohamaru and Naruto, they became best of friends. Tento became a full-fledged Tenten, so he's obviously going to be useless because, of course, Tenten was utterly useless. Another wasted character of Naruto, which really, really upsets me, but we're not going to get into that. And yeah, we have a whole plot laid out. So now we are introduced once again to the Mujin Gang. These guys end up appearing out of the blue, and you see that these guys have a plot going on, a little scheme. And we notice that Tsukio is also alive. This guy ate the nigga's brains and turned into him. And then he ate Tento's butler's brains and turned into him. Grungy, he ate them all. And basically fooled Tento and everyone else into thinking that he was just the regular butler. He infiltrated the whole Leaf Village. I don't know if anyone's taken that in. His ability is so broken. He can infiltrate the whole Leaf Village and possibly assassinate Naruto. That is insane. But anyways, he infiltrated the village and actually kidnapped Tento and brought him into a little cellar. And he was going to negotiate or make a pretty much take Tento as a hostage and get his father to buy back his son for millions and millions of dollars. And so Boruto and the squad had a mission to do, but Boruto bailed on it, of course, because that's what Boruto would do, to rescue Tento. And that's what he tried to do. But then, when he gets there, he finds out that he actually failed his prison mission, and that Tsukio ate Kokori's brains. Boruto gets pissed, bro. His face is pissed. He's angry. Could not keep his cool. And he told himself, yo, I want to crush this guy right now. And they fight. And all I gotta say is this whole fight was so entertaining because you knew that if Boruto or Tento was going to lose, one of them is getting their head bitten off and their brain slurped on like a slushie. Crazy. That's the highest stakes Boruto has ever gotten, and it is truly epic and a breath of fresh air just to see characters die in the show. Like, I needed to see action. I needed to see something entertaining in the show. And this is what I wanted. A zombie eating guy who eats people's brains. The fight was actually really entertaining. This brain eating ninja had abilities to repel every single ninjutsu. And he was quite like a solid ninja. Like, he was really strong. He took on Boruto. But of course Boruto has the ability of friendship power and was able to utilize Tento into making a really decisive blow and throwing a single kunai knife in the brain eater's back to distract him, only to pretty much Rasengan him from behind, which was pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. A nice conclusion, but that didn't even take him out. He actually kind of tanked it, but was just like out of stamina. He was actually about to crush Boruto right after that, but luckily Mitsuki and Sarada actually came and rescued Boruto. And so that is the conclusion of that fight. And what was revealed at that moment was the dot on Boruto's hand. That dot is going to be a crucial point in this series, and I am looking so forward to it. Tsukio mentioned that the mark on Boruto's hand that was kind of turning into a tattoo actually belongs to some really, really random gang that he was terrified of. And when Tsukio got captured and interrogated by the Leaf Shinobis, I think one of their names is Ibuki or Ibiki and Sasuke. They both interrogated Tsukio. And bro, the second Sasuke walked into the room, this guy was shitting bricks. It was hilarious. That's how you know Sasuke's a badass, and it really gave me just a full burst of joy just seeing how much of a badass Sasuke has became from day one to now. It's flawless. It's really good. So they get all the information they need from Tsukio, and the episode concludes with pretty much everyone wondering what is the mark on Boruto's hand.